Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And I'm Andy. And I'm back.
Yay! We did it. You're back. You're back. You're back. Na, 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 na. Okay. So anyways, continuing on our Advent calendar trip, we've got 3 Advent calendars with us tonight. Per the usual, I've got the Costco German beer Advent calendar. Ross has got the Three Cellars, local here to Milwaukee Advent calendar. And Mr. Lau has got the Brewing Projekt's 13 Days of Christmas beer box. So we are going to kick this thing off in all its glory, and Mr. Ross is going to crack the first beer. So what are we doing?
All right, so I was really excited for this one because the way my box opens, I could see it was a bottle, and I could see it was New Glarus, and I could tell it was one of their sour cedars. I got really excited because at first I thought it was Serendipity, and I saw there was a second line on the label. I'm like, ooh, it's the raspberry tart. I've assumed it was raspberry tart until I opened it up today, and I see it is the blueberry cocoa stout. And if there's one thing I've made abundantly clear on this channel, it's how much I hate blueberry. So I'm not really excited about this. So, but again, this is New Glarus as part of their thumbprint series. I forgot to look up the ABV again, so I don't know what it's at. Knowing New Glarus, I don't believe it's going to probably be too high. I'm going to take a guess and say 6.5%. So let's get this in the bottle. Glass, because it's in a bottle. So
I did not even know they made this.
I've never heard this beer, to be honest with you.
Brand new. I think this is the first time they've done it.
Okay. So it's got more of like a brown mud color than like that dark stout color you see. It almost looks more chocolatey than anything else. Even the head kind of comes off a little like tan chocolatey, which is interesting.
5%.
5%? Okay, thank you. So on the nose, definitely the blueberry's there. It's present. The chocolate's there as well, though. It's not like a bitter chocolate, though. It's that sweet chocolate, which is kind of nice, or that's just the blueberry mixing in with there. So it actually smells really good. So cheers.
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 It tastes like a chocolate-covered blueberry. It really does. I really like the chocolate. I really don't like the blueberry. I wish that was like a raspberry or a strawberry or cherry or anything else because the chocolate's really, really good on this.
So full transparency, Jen had one of those tonight because I have some in the fridge, and I tried a couple sips. It's like very milk chocolatey. It's not like dark chocolate. It's very milk chocolatey.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have the bitterness that you get with the dark chocolate. It's got much more like a sweetness to it. It's tasty. I mean, if you like blueberries and you like chocolate, you would really, really, really like this. I drink it, but I would never order it. It's quite tasty. I'd like to see them do this again with a different fruit, though. So strongly recommend it.
Yeah. Cool.
Interesting.
Moving on.
All right. Well, I got number 3. It says number 3 on the wrapper. Let's see what I got in here. See what sort of craziness Brewing Projekt has cooked up. Oh boy. Cosmic Things, a hazy IPA with Mosaic, Citra, Eldorado, and Sabaro hops.
Sabaro.
It's a cool looking can, as always.
Their artwork on their cans is so awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming in at 6.43 tonight. So
a little lower.
Let's give this guy a pour and see what we got.
Those glasses are adorable.
I love them. They're just cool. Definitely hazy. Like you kind of would expect from a beer like this. I'm glad it doesn't have any milk sugar in it. Ooh, it smells very citrusy to me. I think I'm going to really like this one. I don't know which of the hops gives it that most citrus that's coming through, but probably the Citra hops, but I'm not sure how that all works out. Josh, you can probably speak to that.
On the nose, no, not really. I was going to try to say something intelligent, but I decided against
we
it.
don't ask technical questions on this channel.
Yeah,
all right,
I'll
keep my mouth shut next time. It's a lot. I don't think malty is the right word. It's not as crisp as I guess I was kind of expecting it to be from how I smelled it. Sometimes the hazy IPAs kind of have that very crisp, kind of clean pop to your mouth, and there's a little bit more of a heavier mouthfeel on it. I don't know if that's because it's the hazy IPA or not, but
Does the can give the IBUs on it or no?
I do not think so.
Okay, that's fine. Don't.
And hops on the nose tend to come later in the boil, so late in the boil process, so you'll get a little bit more on the nose. You get less of it in the beer. If you add hops early, that tends to bleed into the flavor of the beer that you get at the end.
Yeah. So I'm getting it more on the nose than in the flavor. It's good. Of what I've had from Brewing Projekt and other IPAs like this, it wouldn't be like my top one. I like it when it's a little bit more crispy, or that has that more of a crisp taste with more of a refreshing taste. But it's still very good. This is kind of one of their beers that I tend to gravitate towards too whenever I'm there, is any of their hazy IPAs with all the variety of different hops in them. So
is the stout still your favorite one of the three then so far?
So far, out of the three that I've had, yeah, I'd say the stout is probably number one.
Rock on.
Good stuff.
All right. So on to the Costco Advent Calendar. So as we have discussed on this channel, I have been doing my Advent Calendar out of order like an idiot. However, tonight we come back to reality and we are in order. So this is actually day number 8. And I feel like Costco's trolling me, not because I have a Hell's Lager, but because my beer tonight is literally called the Wiener Lager. And I feel like they're trolling me. I hope that's not what it tastes like. This is from Private. Wow, it's from Private Brauerei, which is weird considering the name. So this one comes in at 5.1%. I don't know what a Wiener Lager is. I was trying to find it. There's really nothing. You got to be careful when you Google search a Wiener Lager too, because not that I saw anything weird, but you just got to be careful with that Google search. So I'm going to crack this thing open. We're going to pour it. I'm guessing this is similar to a Hell's Lager, but maybe they changed the name of it after they saw how I was reviewing the Advent Calendar. I don't know. But
I was thinking you were going to pull out some crazy stout and you just replaced all of the Costco ones with something good.
This is super filtered, super clear.
Yeah, that's Coors Light clear.
Yeah, Coors Light clear. There's no head on this. A decent amount of, there's no head at all. A decent amount of carbonation. There's no head on the Wiener Lager.
I was gonna say it.
Dear Lord.
I could see.
Dear Lord. All right, no head on the Wiener Lager. Let's get a little nose on it.
Joke by themselves.
What? This one actually almost smells a little metallic.
That's not good.
Almost like it's oxidated a little bit or something in the can. There's usually a Best Buy date on these. Expires in May of 2023, so. But there's definitely a little bit of a malty sweetness to it. Not really any hop bitterness on the nose. It almost smells like a little bit like a a little bit like a Miller Lite or a Coors Light or something like that. But I guess let's
Like a wiener lager.
let's try the wiener lager. Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, it tastes like a wiener lager, I guess. There's really not much happening on the front. There's a little bit of like a bitter maltiness towards the back end, but it's not it's no better than it's a little bit maltier and maybe a little bit more full bodied than like you get from like a Bud Light or something like that. It definitely tastes better than a Bud Light in my opinion, but it's not that incredible of a step up.
So how does it compare to the Hell's Lagers you've had so far?
It's a step underneath the Hell's Lagers.
Okay.
Like the Hell's Lagers definitely have that traditional German malt characteristic to it. This just doesn't quite have that. It just feels plain. It's not great. But it's fine. The beer hasn't gone bad or anything. I'm not getting that metallic note on the palate, so it's fine. Looking for those bigger beers to start coming through the Costco calendar. I haven't hit any, and I'm going out of order, so fun. Day number 8 in the books. So thanks everybody for checking out this episode. We've got many more coming. 16 days left until Christmas. And we're going to continue pushing these things out so you guys can see all the craziness that we're pulling out of these advent calendars. So thanks for checking out the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, everyone.